Okay. Am I going? Yes, it looks like I am going. Okay, let me pull up chat real quick. This is the new way I'm gonna stream. Is I'm gonna stream on my computer now. But yeah, this is basically just a stream of me just listening to my new album. Hold on, I gotta make sure. Just a stream of me just listening to my new album. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna listen to it all the way through in order. So yeah, we're gonna start with the first track on the album. I Might Lose My Mind.
Wanted it to crash, wanted it to burn, wanted it to crash, wanted it to burn, I might lose my mind if you go after me again. I might lose my mind.
And by the way, I am watching chat.
I might lose my mind if you go after me again. I might lose my mind. I might lose my mind. Your alibi means nothing. On the ground now we're rushing. If this the way that you function, I guess I got you all busted. You knocking right at my door. I think I've been here before. I'm about to run up the score. We're 50 miles from the shore. You've gotten into my brain. Now I gotta feel the pain. I think I'm going insane. I'm about to jump on a plane. The wheels are turning too fast. Just in case anyone asked, I'm done going back to the past. You know you're coming in last. Wanted it to crash, wanted it to burn, wanted it to crash, wanted it to burn, I might lose my mind if you go after me again. I might lose my mind, I might lose my mind. I might lose my mind if you go after me again. I might lose my mind, I might lose my mind. I felt it was necessary to keep out the big and scary. I felt that last January that nobody really cared. Eventually I took off like rockets, I'm about to rock. You called but my phone is locked. Right now I'm taking a walk. You called like 5 different people. The voice that you hear is lethal, a weapon they use for evil. But now it's time for the sequel. Walking through open doors, past people on different floors, till you reach floor number 4. Then you called and asked for more. Wanted it to crash, wanted it to burn, wanted it to crash, wanted it to burn, I might lose my mind if you go after me again. I might lose my mind, I might lose my mind. I might lose my mind if you go after me again. I might lose my mind, I might lose my mind.
Okay, so so that one is that one is probably that one's probably less of how do I say this? It's just so that was a song that I was more proud of upon finishing it, and I felt like it was a good opener for the album. So I just threw it at the beginning, and this is basically like a dark experience. This album is a dark experience, pretty much all the way. Let's do track number 2. I don't really have much to say about that first one. It's a good opener. The second one This is the one that I have, that I'm, basically, promoting as the single. Alright, Favoritism is the second song on the album.
This either a pop or it's going to flop. You know that I'm back again, I ain't going to stop. Highlight every word on the page and make it pop, cause this is gonna be a highlight when the album drops. You know I'm going through the motions, feeling all the emotions. I'm chilling by the ocean, drinking a goofy potion. I'ma make them feel something, then I'm back in the game. Everybody knows that nothing's gonna be the same. Yeah, take a hit or just leave it there. I'm tired of all the favoritism. Take the money and just play with it. Stop acting super lame with it. Chillin' on the couch watching homemade movies. The minute it diminishes, the crowd gets goofy. You try to catch up, but I'm winning, you're losing. Unfortunately for your plan, I saw right through it. I'm a winner. Even when I'm falling down, I come back for dinner. I'ma keep you on your toes, stop acting insane. 2 players but only one can win the game. Tell me what a shame, I can tell that you're to blame. Take a hit or just leave it there. I'm tired of all the favoritism. Take the money and just play with it. Stop acting super lame with it. Take a hit or just leave it there. I'm tired of all the favoritism. Take the money and just play with it. Stop acting super lame with it. I ain't no gangster but I still rap. Immature but the beat still slap. Tell me you can find a way to beat that. Can't you tell I want it and I want it bad. I ain't no gangster but I still rap. Immature but the beat still slap. Tell me you can find a way to beat that. Can't you tell I want it and I want it bad. Take a hit or just leave it there. I'm tired of all the favoritism. Take the money and just play with it. Stop acting super lame with it. Take a hit or just leave it there. I'm tired of all the favoritism. Take the money and just play with it. Stop acting super lame with it.
Okay, let's pause that. So basically, yeah, I know no one's here, but I'm gonna explain it anyway. Lyrics don't really mean much, but like the beat does. The piano beat I thought would go really hard, and I mean it's really hard to like. I don't know. It's hard to really like I don't really have too much to say about this. That was just my favorite track off the album. And yeah, that last one was my favorite track off the album. So basically, the beat is like the pianos kind of take influence from Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby, and the Baby I Want It and I Want It Bad refrains in the chorus also kind of take inspiration from that as well, and it's just I feel like this is kind of my attempt at just making a straight up bop that people can jam to on this and like even though this is just a straight up good vibes, I feel like it fits pretty well on this kind of dark album. It's just I think it fits rather well. Friendship Song is the next one. You can see the Chelsea Moore feature on here. Let's go. This is one of my favorite covers as well, by the way. You can see that. The funny thing is that they're gonna have 2 albums.
Who cares that we
in
don't
a row
see each other as often as we used to? I just hope that I ain't gonna lose you as a best friend.
Life
I
after
know that you
graduation,
truly care, and there's no better feeling than the times that you're
like
there. Whenever we
cover.
see each other, we always have good conversations. All the crazy things we've seen, all the memorable sensations. There's little that matters more than a good friend like you. Everyone's gonna be jealous of the things that we do, and that's just the way I like it. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. Hard to not love the fun times that come by, you know. And I wish it could last forever, but we don't have to worry about when this thing will end. That's why we're not in a hurry. I just wanna have fun, make some memories and good laughs. I don't wanna be more than friends. Let's go have another snack and sit down on the couch and just watch some big soap. If you think this will end soon, it won't. No one can tell us we can't be friends. We're just gonna play till this game ends, yeah. No matter how far apart, we still be proven that no one can tell us we can't be friends, yeah.
None of the odds matter when it comes to our friendship. They could try and pull us apart, but nothing's
It's not my favorite guest verse.
And it doesn't matter, even though we go to different schools. All the fakers and haters are just trying to look cool. Nothing could ever get between us, that's it, period. Even when Landon tried to push us much closer than we needed. There's no reason for us to try to hide it. There's no reason for us to try to hide it.
No one can tell us we can't be friends. We're just gonna play till this game ends, yeah. No matter how far apart, we still be proven that no one can tell us we can't be friends, yeah. Give me a call if you get lost. No one can tell us we can't be friends. Give me a call.
Okay, I'm just gonna clear up some confusion that anyone might have. That is not a Tyler the Creator reference. I did not know that. Like, I'm not huge. Like, I don't really listen to Tyler the Creator, so I actually didn't know that Tyler the Creator had an album called Call Me If You Get Lost until after I recorded this song, because I'm not really in the loop with his music or anything. Just in case anyone might be theorizing that, no. It's a complete coincidence. Okay, move on.
If you get lost, no one can tell us we can't be friends. No one can tell us we can't be friends. We're just gonna play till this game ends, yeah. No matter how far apart, we still be proven that no one can tell us we can't be friends, yeah.
Yeah, I think the piano is really good on that thing. It's I feel like the I feel like the chorus and especially the bridge could have been sung a bit better because like the auto tune this is actually kind of my first real kind of this is kind of that was actually kind of my that and favoritism were actually my first couple times really actually taking advantage of autotune. I think um, I think the autotune on the Baby I Want It and I Want It Bad refrains on favoritism makes it sound better. On the friendship song, I think it makes the chorus and the bridge sound a teensy bit awkward, but the song's still really good. Moving on to track number 4 here. This is the so this album is for the first time like for the first time in a while there was no real tease towards this album. There was no like this is going to be the lead single to this album I have coming out at this time. Like every single one of my albums I have a full cycle except for Cheese Egg Omelet 2.0, which I dropped completely by surprise like on the same day as Evil Face. So I was basically doing the Evil Face cycle, and then with the release of Evil Face, Cheese Egg Omelet 2.0 just happened to come with it on the same day, and there was no like lead single, there was no build up to Cheese Egg Omelet 2.0. I guess you could say was kind of part of the Evil Face album cycle, I guess. I mean, they are two separate albums, and I've only heard of a couple instances at most of an artist dropping two separate records, like two separate albums on the same day. I haven't really seen that happen very much. As a matter of fact, I was the first one that I saw do it. Like I did it before I knew of anyone else doing it, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and I think both of those albums are two of my best albums so far. You know what we need? You know what we need? We need because I'm on a computer using OBS, I can actually have like I think I'm gonna move it over here. Yeah, this is me. Let me see if does that do anything? I'm just gonna do this. So this is my stream setup. Oh, what happened? There we go. So I know it's a little bit blurry, but it's gonna have to do for now. I think I'm probably gonna play some Minecraft after this. I'm probably going. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play some Minecraft after finishing this album, because I'm thinking of possibly like listening to it twice. Anyway, let's move on to the fourth track here. This is moving on. Sorry, no, holding on to something good. Track number 4. Wait, hold on. I got carried away here. Before we play the track, I was going to go on like the preview that I had like before this before I was gonna play the song, before I decided to turn on Facecam. This song here, what I was saying is, in a similar way to Cheese Egg Omelet 2.0, there was no real build-up or lead-up to the album. The album was just not there. It was just kind of not there, and then it was there. So like, there wasn't really a build-up to it. But there were parts of the album. As a matter of fact, 5 of the tracks on the album were out before 5 of the tracks on the album were out before the album came out, but they weren't advertised as singles for the album. So technically, this album didn't have any lead singles or anything. It was just kind of not there, and then it was there. So this is technically the first song that released that is part of this album. This released a couple nights before my 18th birthday, and it is Holding On to Something Good. Track 4. Kind of just mischievous sounding.
I produce this beat in the car, and guess what? I don't care if you think it sounds stupid. Everybody watch out, this thing is a mad fusion. Everything you see right here is a big drop. Big thunderstorm was in the area. Big soap drop exposed while I was on a trip at Universal Orlando Resort, and it wasn't a skip.
There's so there was kind of an allusion to Big Soap on the previous track, the Friendship song. There's quite a few Big Soap references on this track, and then in the next track as well, which is the second kind of deep cut that wasn't released before the album. As well, there is some Big Soap references in there, and as you can see, the track 7 on this album is literally titled Vampire Song. So obviously you know what I'm gonna talk about in that song. Don't worry, it's not the Vampire Song. Like, obviously, the Vampire Song is already a song, so like, it's not my song. But yes, I am going to talk about the Vampire Song in that song, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's continue this track.
This guy's Zach for being booty at Fortnite. 0 trophies, 700 hours is a crime. I'ma have to ask, what were you doing last night? Car has 5 wheels, where the heck they put wheel 5? Still dreaming about the hotel we stayed in for 7 nights. Bragging at the nickel package when dime. Throw our worries out the window, it's about time. Don't wanna think about the F I have in aquatic science, cause when you procrastinate, it feels good for the time being, until you realize you got more stuff to wipe clean. Coach Fam's on the bus, you know, on the way to the tournament. Didn't kick Canes coming back this time, I guess we weren't feeling it. But what I was feeling was the 61 airplanes flying over Morris Williams as they're on the way to the gates. Coach Fam noticed them too, just like the girls in front of us. Were playing stupid slow, didn't know how to speed it up. It was chaos, it was mayhem and insanity. 5 birdies in a row and 2 of them were made by me. Finished second place and ended up with the silver medal. I'm sorry I'm yapping so much, I guess I'm going mental. If you were forced to choose between power and love, the overwhelming forces of love that you feel from above would entice you to join up with the love side. On the passenger side, come along for the ride.
I feel like the chorus could have been sung at least a bit better. This chorus is also auto-tuned, but it's kind of hard to notice that there is auto-tune. I feel like, hold on a second. I might have not activated the auto-tune. I'm thinking about it. Like, anyway, I just feel like I could have done the chorus a bit better. Now this is one of the better songs off the album, but it's just yeah, I feel like there is some room for improvement. I feel like this is kind of my attempt at doing like a Friday Night Goofiness Part 2. Don't know, Friday Night Goofiness is a song off the Theodore Dog movie, which is one of my favorite songs off that album. I feel like holding on to something good is like kind of an attempt to recreate that a little bit. Like basically taking influence from my own song. I feel like Friday Night Goofiness is better though.
Just a step beyond the realm of what was accepted. When I dropped Dear Carlos and it saw some poor reception. Beat was fire, but I guess some bars really crossed the line. By some...
Oh, by the way, this whole verse is about the controversy.
I mean, most of the bars were...
Carlos Lujan diss track controversy.
Exactly fine. Same way with Spooky, it was fun to dance to, but the bars made it kinda cringy, that wasn't planned too. And Carlos told me he messes with them for real, but based on what Miss Baker told me, it's a whole different deal. Made an apology on YouTube that didn't get much attention, so I decided on this song to try and give it a mention. From now on I'ma stick to the script that I wrote, no deviating from it to write bars that throw smoke. This beef got me some attention, but not all of it was positive. I messed up big time, and I promise I have learned from it. As a diss track writer, I'm retiring my jersey, and you know all this is real, just in case you haven't heard me.
Now, before we get into, like, what is basically, the album's kind of lowest, most dismal point, which is this next track, Beg For You. Let's, some afterthoughts on holding on to something good. It was basically, it was kind of like, how do I describe it? It was basically when immediately as I got home from the Universal trip, I was like, let me write down what I'm feeling into a song. Let me let me reflect on it and reflect on some of this stuff from the past month in a song. And I started making the beat I don't know, less than an hour. The bar, I produced this beat in the car. Guess what? I don't care if you think it sounds stupid. Yes, I did actually start producing the beat in the car. It was as we were homing in on back to our house. The last half hour, 45 minutes of the drive is when I started putting samples together for this beat. Yeah. So I did start producing the beat in the car, and then I wrote the first 6 to 8 bars or so. As we were getting as we were getting closer and closer to the house, and then I wrote the rest of the song after we arrived back home. I got home and I immediately started streaming. And then after I ended the stream is when I had got into my closet, which is what I do now when I'm recording. Is I go into my closet because that is the place where basically there's a 0% possibility of being interrupted by a noise. For my older albums, for example, if you go back to Evil Face and stuff, there's people talking in the background. That's because I recorded all that at school. But once I found out the formula, I could just go into my closet and record off my iPad, and now it's my phone. That's when my vocal takes started sounding better. That's when everything started sounding better. So I was in my closet. Yeah, that's when I had the sessions in my closet, and I remember finishing the song it was after 10. It was after 10 p.m. that I finished the song, and then I think I released it an hour before midnight, and it was fun getting home. Yeah. And obviously, the first verse is kind of the setup, and then it goes a little bit into the Universal Orlando trip. But the main catch of the first verse is that what am I trying to say? Is that the main catch of the first verse is the reference to that Big Soap video, the Exposed video, where he was exposing that Rocket League guy for having 700 something hours in Fortnite and no trophies. And then the second verse was basically the second verse is basically the second verse is all about the golf tournament that I went to the day before leaving for Universal, I was at a golf tournament, at a golf course that was like I think it was like 6 miles from the airport, and so like the golf course was directly in the path to where airplanes would be coming in and landing at the airport. So basically, we saw a ton of airplanes flying over us as we were playing, and I started counting them, and which is where that number comes from. And then the third verse is obviously talking about the controversy, basically reiterating all the points that I made in my apology video, which barely got any views. Like, I decided, well, if I can't get a YouTube video, if I can't get a YouTube apology to go across and actually get my message across, then I'm going to need to do it in a song, which is what I did for the third verse. And I finished that at like after 10 at night. I think it was close to 11. Actually, I can check. When did I finish that? Because on BandLab, hold on a second. I've got. Let me look. So if I go back to, there it is, holding on to something good. It's project details. Oh, it was actually after 11. It was after 11 p.m. that I finished that song. It was 11:16 p.m. when I finished. Which means for all you Eastern fellows, that's after midnight. So technically, it was March 24th in the Eastern time zone when I released the song. The official release date attached to it is March 23rd, because that was the date that in my time zone when I released it. Yeah. Let's move on. Here's track number 5. This is "Beg for You." It's definitely the it's definitely the darkest track on the album, let's say that.
I know our situation isn't the best, but who cares? Do you know that for you I am willing to go anywhere? And I'd fall on my knees and beg for you, beg for you. I could be leaving, but I'll stay for you, stay for you. You know I'd go through so much pain for you, pain for you. I'd break out of my evil ways for you, ways for you. Most of my days are broken in half, but when you're there it feels like it's not so bad. Don't wanna throw away all the good things that we have. Don't wanna do anything that would make you mad. Sometimes I watch big soap to help me escape from all the problems I have and all the bad days of going through tough times. There's too much to say, got too much stuff to do as time's ticking away. It gets cold in the fall and warm in the spring. Sometimes I lay down and dream and don't remember a thing. Got so many feelings of love, the feelings that bring a sense of comfort inside me, gets me away away from the sting. And sometimes I feel so sad that I could die, but I move on and keep going every single time. And I'm not always gonna have people to lean on, which is why I fall on my knees and beg for you, beg for you. I could be leaving, but I stayed for you, stayed for you. You know I got through so much pain for you, pain for you. I break out of my evil ways for you, ways for you. I fall on my knees and beg for you, beg for you. I could be leaving, but I stayed for you, stayed for you. You know I got through so much pain for you, pain for you. I break out of my evil ways for you, ways for you. And big soap has very loud rain horns. Riptide always works better in a storm. I sit and talk about my favorite things and feel all the joy it brings. I fall on my knees and beg for you, beg for you. I could be leaving, but I stayed for you, stayed for you. You know I got through so much pain for you, pain for you. I break out of my evil ways for you, ways for you. I fall on my knees and beg for you, beg for you. I could be leaving, but I stayed for you, stayed for you. You know I got through so much pain for you, pain for you. I break out of my evil ways for you, ways for you.
Okay. There's quite a bit to unpack with this one. For one, it's my best singing performance on this album. Not only is it my best singing performance on this album, but it is probably one of my best singing performances on any album. Also, lyrically, this is quite a big step out of my comfort zone. I don't write lyrics as like dire and desperate as this very often at all. As a matter of fact, it's next to never that I really write like that. So that was it was a very big step out of this song was a very big step out of my comfort zone. I remember remember during the birthday cycle, I was taking a huge step out of my comfort zone with Gray Stripe, because it was basically my first real attempt at somewhat doing a love song. I feel like I could have performed it better. I feel like kind of the I don't know, the embarrassment kind of got to me that I was doing a love song that time, and it kind of impacted my performance. But I don't think that is I don't think that this has the same problem. I feel like this is pretty well performed. The only thing that I think I could have performed better is the bridge. The bridge sounds kind of awkward, but everything else, like the chorus, as well as the verse, and then like the intro to the song, I feel like that was done really well. I think it's probably going to end up being I think I don't really have a general consensus on this album yet because this is a surprise release, like completely out of the blue. Like with Cheese Egg Omelet 2.0, I had before, like, I had mentioned that there was going to be a Cheese Egg Omelet 2.0 at some point. It was just a surprise of when I dropped it, like right alongside, like on the same day as Evil Faves. And then, but this album was completely out of the blue. Like, not even I knew that I was going to be dropping an album when I woke up that morning. I just randomly decided, hey, let's just drop an album. Like, I had enough spare songs, so I kind of curated the track list in maybe about 20 minutes, and then just put it out there. And so I don't really have a general consensus on this album yet, but I think Beg For You is going to end up being one of the most underrated tracks. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks off the album. But, like, I was having a talk with Eli Nervinks about it, and he decided that as his least favorite song. I have a feeling this is going to be another case of, like, what's an underrated song on my catalog? What's the most underrated song on my catalog? Like, for example, Looking At Me off of Party People. That song didn't really get that much attention when it dropped alongside the album. Most of the release-centered attention went to Trial Chambers, the opening off that album, which is actually, like, it was one of my favorites off the album when I made it, but it didn't. I don't feel like it aged that well for me. But I feel like this is going to be another song like Looking At Me, which is just like, so many people don't really have it as their favorite, but that was actually a really solid song. Obviously, there's multiple references to Big Soap on this track. The chorus talks about how I'm getting on my knees and begging for someone or something. I didn't really have an actual, like, I didn't really have an actual thing in mind, person or thing in mind that I was begging for when I wrote the chorus. I just kind of wrote the chorus. So it's up to you to decide who or what I was begging for on the chorus of that song. You could say that I was begging for Big Soap, although albeit that would be kind of weird, and that wasn't necessarily that does actually sound kind of weird, doesn't it? I mean, you could say that, but that's not really what I was like trying to do. That's not really what I was going for when I wrote that chorus. I didn't want to make it look like I was talking about Big Soap the whole time. Like, if you want to interpret it that way, you totally can. But I guess it's a mystery. I guess it's like I guess it's a mystery who I'm actually begging for. No one has come on this stream. Maybe after I finish listening, when I switch, I'm going to switch to Minecraft, and then I'm going to start having people come in. This is like, I don't know. I do want to do a stream listening to Senpal's album when it comes out, so maybe more people will join for that. Hopefully, Senpal will join for that album, for that stream if when it happens. Obviously, there isn't really a release date for Senpal's upcoming album. He's just doing it track by track. Like, NIH State Line, one of my favorite artists, like, drops like a track per day, and then after he's released all the tracks, he publishes the album. it's sort of like that with Senpal as well. And the thing that made that fun about NIH State Line doing that for his album cycles is, like, you never really know how many songs there are left. Maybe I should start doing that. That's actually a really, 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 really good idea. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start this. That's gonna be my new way of doing album cycles. Is I'm just going to release it track by track. I'll do that. Honestly, I don't necessarily know how I'm going to do. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Of course, it's gonna like flood my it's gonna flood my catalog with a bunch of singles every time I do an album cycle, but I do get rid of the singles when the album containing the singles comes out. So yeah, I think that will be good. Actually, I think I'm gonna do that for maybe I'm gonna start doing that for what's it called? Life After Graduation. That is going to be what I do. Anyway, track number 6 is Rivers. Let's play Rivers.
There's a dead fish in your backpack, there's a dead fish in your river. Rivers give me shivers, yeah, rivers give me shivers. During all the commotion that happens inside this water. Don't wanna be a sniffer when you're down by the river. Ever been down by a river before? The riverbank is what they call the shore. I swam in a river during a field trip, trying to find out about all the different types of fish. Cities are usually built next to rivers. Every song I write about a river is a hard hitter. People like to take boats across rivers all the time. If you ask me how I'm doing by the river, that's just fine. There's a
Okay. Don't want to start listening to that song yet. Because I actually have a lot to say about Rivers. Because this song has the most complicated backstory by far of any track off this album. The song is actually my submission for Big Soap. What's up? So basically this album is this song here, that song Rivers is it's got the most complicated backstory of any song off this album. So basically the way it came together is it's actually my submission for an aquatic science project. We were doing like a project having to do with like rivers. Like, for example, there were like a bunch of different options. Like there was like you could do a poster, you could do like I don't remember all the options, but I decided to do a song, and I wrote the full song for it, and like I started producing this beat at the time I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a song for this, and then the beat just came together really well, but then the beat is just, it's one of my most different sounding beats ever. I don't think I've ever heard a beat like the beat on that song, like, ever. Like, I don't think I've seen any artists, like, on the radio or, like, anywhere do a song with a style like that. But it just came together really well, and I think like the synthy stuff and like the instruments just kind of flow together, and it's kind of funky. The drums slap real hard. It's one of my favorite beats I've ever made, and there's actually a really big backstory as well behind the reason why there's a giant portion of the song that is just a beat without any lyrics. And it's actually quite a sad story, because this song was going to have a feature from my aquatic science teacher, Miss Gomez, and then on the day we were supposed to record the feature, I heard that this has never happened to any of my teachers ever, but I heard that she got arrested, and I'm still not 100% sure if this is true, but like it's looking like it is true. That, like, I could not imagine any of that, that happening to like any of my teachers. Like, all my teachers throughout all of school have been so good, but then it just sucks. And obviously this is not gonna be coming back, so I had to just settle for what I had for the song so far, which is why there's a huge empty space where there's supposed to be a 16-bar verse. I guess it is quite cool that I'm kind of showing off the beat of the song, but still, like, this would have been better if it had a feature, right? And it sucks that had to happen that way. But on we move to the next song on the album, Vampire Song, which is another, I'll tell you right now, this is another one of my most different sounding songs on my entire catalog.
I want you out my house, I want you out my yard, I want you off the street and off the boulevard. I just need you to leave, come on, it ain't that hard, or I'll play the vampire song in your face and leave you scarred. Big Soap for the vampire song while drinking butter soda. He is so far in the background, it's impossible to notice. What are you doing at my door? You should be smelling roses, playing outside in the grass. Get out my door, watch as it closes. There's never been a situation where the hero and the villain are so clear. Everybody keeps saying life sucks because they have to live in fear. I've never seen someone go crazy like that when the bad guy starts to get near. Things are getting so goofy, I'm struggling to hold back tears. I want you out my house, I want you out my yard, I want you off the street and off the boulevard. I just need you to leave, come on, it ain't that hard, or I'll play the vampire song in your face and leave you scarred. Big Soap heard the vampire song while drinking butter soda. He is so far in the background, it's impossible to notice. What are you doing at my door? You should be smelling roses, playing outside in the grass. Get out my door, watch as it closes. There's never been a situation where the hero and the villain are so clear. Everybody keeps saying life sucks because they have to live in fear. I've never seen someone go crazy like that when the bad guy starts to get near. Things are getting so goofy, I'm struggling to hold back tears. I want you out my house, I want you out my yard, I want you off the street and off the boulevard. I just need you to leave, come on, it ain't that hard, or I'll play the vampire song in your face and leave you scarred.
Okay, before we move on to this next song, so yeah, this is a song that once again this is a song that I kind of have less to say about. I feel like this song is just more quirky and interesting and weird than it is good for me. It is like, it's amazing. Like, BandLab can be used to make some pretty weird noises, if I'm being honest. But I think the beat is a little bit too grayscale for me to consider this one of my favorite tracks. Also, I think it's also I think it's my least favorite vocal performance on the album. So overall, this is my least favorite track off the album. That doesn't mean it's bad though. Like, there are some albums that have awful songs on them. All 10 of these songs are at least good to some extent. They're all at least decent, and Vampire Song's no exception. But yeah, I just think that this song's a deep cut for a reason. It would not make sense outside of the context of the album. Moving on to Evil Caden Part 2.
On all of his friends, Caden is extremely evil, we don't gotta pretend. There's simply no time for all the monkey business, acting like a side of board. This computer says shit. You gotta move over all these antics. Everybody else is acting frantic. Your business is now my business. The evil villain wants to pay a visit. We gotta go outside in the hall. There's no time for video calls. This beef's 4 years in the making. Some villains don't know what they're taking. Caden Medina, Caden Medina, Caden Medina is super duper evil. Got a video chat behind my back. Play the Among Us sound in the middle of class. Then he tried to blend the noses on all of his friends. Hidden is extremely evil, we don't gotta pretend. There's simply no time for all the monkey business acting like it's not important. This computer says shit.
Hey there, what's up? Caden Medea is so naughty. He does things he's not supposed to. He tries to hide it from Connor. He got him on his video chat, trying to do things that ain't funny. He knows better than to distract you with the sound that he plays in Among Us.
Caden Medina is super duper evil. Got a video chat behind my back, played the Among Us sound in the middle of class. Then he tried to blend the noses on all of his friends. Hidden is extremely evil, we don't gotta pretend. There's simply no time for all the monkey business acting like it's not important. This computer says shit.
My name is Linky Schmeek and I'm dissing Caden Medina. If you don't wanna get this, then our class is dismissed. Yeah, my name is Linky Schmeek and I'm dissing Caden Medina. If you don't wanna get this, then our class is dismissed.
Caden Medina is super duper evil. Got a video chat behind my back, played the Among Us sound in the middle of class. Then he tried to blend the noses on all of his friends. Hidden is extremely evil, we don't gotta pretend. There's simply no time for all the monkey business acting like it's not important. This computer says shit.
Okay, where do I start with this song? This song is a song to vibe to. This song is just straight up like a bump the whole way through. I like how it kind of starts off. I kind of like how the beat starts off the way it does, and then kind of transitions into like the real juicy part of the beat, if you know what I mean. I feel like the way it transitions is really good. And my vocal performance, like, we're following up my least favorite vocal performance on the album with one of my favorite vocal performances on the album. This is up there with "Beg for You" for like one of my best vocal performances. Like the way I kind of do the whispery kind of vocal the kind of whispery cadence I have throughout the song really kind of sells it for me. The only thing that I think could be better is the guest performances. I think this is a case where the guest verses do slightly weaken the song. There's Anna Thornton's guest appearance, which I think like her fear, I guess, of like she's a freshman, I'm a senior, so she's kind of new to this whole thing, and I think like her kind of the kind of fear of like being on the microphone, like being on an album, kind of got to her a little bit, and it kind of got in the way of her performance. Like, it's okay. Like, for a first, like, I've had way worse guest verses on my songs. Like, what the heck is that Mr. Jones verse on the Business Meeting remake off of Connor the Mega album? That is actually a bad guest verse. Anna Thornton's is, I would say, is actually one of the better ones. Even though she kind of struggled to get her words out, I think she did at least decently. And I think Lincoln's verse, like, I kind of had to move around the audio clips to make it sound the way I wanted it to, which is why there's a large gap in the sounds like there's a large gap in the audio, like there's something being censored. Like that was just me moving around so that the flow was kind of the way I wanted it to be. So I think Lincoln's verse is actually overall weaker, but yeah, the subject matter is like this is a follow up to Evil Caden, the mega hit off of my Theodore Dog Weeby album, and it's a big it's a big I think it's a relatively decent follow-up. First time I've ever really done an official part 2 of a song as well. I have kind of followed up tracks before, but I haven't really done an actual part 2 as in like a series until that. Moving on to the 9th track, and then I think after this, listen to the album. I think I'm just gonna end the stream because there hasn't been any traffic coming on here. This is quite a slow stream. I think I'm gonna probably stream like tomorrow. I think I'm gonna stream Minecraft tomorrow morning. Because this has kind of been a slow stream. Hasn't really been anyone joining. We had Big Soap come on here briefly, but other than that, it's kind of dead. So I don't think it's worth carrying on after finishing this album. So let's just play the 9th track and get on with it. Man, all of a sudden, the actual real piano comes in. That actually goes really hard.
If I was you, I would stop before I drive through a wall. If I was you, I would think twice before making a call. If I was you, I would watch out when I'm out in the street. If I was you, I would stay inside away from the heat. If I was you, I would leave all my enemies to themselves. If I was you, I would stay away from all the poison wells. If I was you, I would sit down and just have a little talk. If I was you, I'd be careful just to watch where I walk. If I was stop before I drive through a wall. If I was you, I would think twice before making a call. If I was you, I would watch out when I'm out in the street. If I was you, I would stay inside away from the heat. If I was you, I would leave all my enemies to themselves. If I was you, I would stay away from all the poison wells. If I was you, I would sit down and just have a little talk. If I was you, I'd be careful just to watch where I walk. If I was
Okay. So this song, I think it's kind of one of the more fun, it's one of the more fun songs on the album. It's the shortest track on the album. There's only one song on this, there's no song on this album that exceeds 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 3 minute 38 seconds is the longest track on the album, and then like most of these songs are actually really short. Most of them are, looking at the length, so most of them are under 3 minutes. Like, these are really short tracks. This is the shortest one, only 2 minutes and 1 second. I kind of had a little bit of trouble figuring out where to put it on the album. Like, I was debating having it be the opener, but then I decided to have I Might Lose My Mind be the opener, and then I was kind of struggling to figure out where to put it, and ultimately I decided right at the very end, just to kind of have some feel-good vibes before we enter the closer, which is one of the more grim, which is definitely one of the most grim songs on the album, and it's definitely one of the more grim closers on my catalog. We're gonna play it now. It's Wizards.
They be like wizards, at the time we caught up in a blizzard. They cut the screen off with scissors, what the izzard? And they knew where the thing was gonna go, so they hid the evidence through the scissors in the snow. And after that they tried to keep it on the low, but they got caught anyway, yeah, you know what you know. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what you know, all the memories and dreams come and go. You know that I got a super goofy flow. Am I coming fast or slow? I don't know, and I can't turn every song into a classic. I was really worried about the test, but I passed it. Funny moments were so hot, but they never lasted. Raise the bar up and then smash it. They be like wizards, at the time we caught up in a blizzard. They cut the screen off with scissors, what the izzard? And they knew where the thing was gonna go, so they hid the evidence through the scissors in the snow. And after that they tried to keep it on the low, but they got caught anyway, yeah, you know what you know. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what you know, all the memories and dreams come and go. You know that I got a super goofy flow. Am I coming fast or slow? I don't know, and I can't turn every song into a classic. I was really worried about the test, but I passed it. Funny moments were so hot, but they never lasted. Raise the bar up and then smash it. They be like wizards, at the time we caught up in a blizzard. They cut the screen off with scissors, what the izzard? And they knew where the thing was gonna go, so they hid the evidence through the scissors in the snow. And after that they tried to keep it on the low, but they got caught anyway, yeah, you know what you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They be like wizards, at the time we caught up in a blizzard. They cut the screen off with scissors, what the izzard? And they knew where the thing was gonna go, so they hid the evidence through the scissors in the snow. And after that they tried to keep it on the low, but they got caught anyway, yeah, you know what you know. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now you can see the intro to Evil Caden Part 2 creeping in as the album closer ends. I just want to let you know that's an accident. While I was at Universal, kind of like this album was going to be on and off. Like, I didn't just wake up one morning and decide to throw a bunch of songs together into an album and then release it. Like, I was on and off planning to do an album, and so, like, when I was planning more of this album at Universal, I had the idea to, like, make certain songs fade into each other, and I was originally going to have Wizards Fade into Evil Caden Part 2. But then I eventually scrapped the album, and then when I did end up releasing it, I had reordered the track so that Wizards came at the end. So I forgot to take out I forgot to take out the Evil Caden Part 2 intro that was fading in at the end. Which actually does kind of add to the weirdness factor of the album. Like, is there like a time warp thing going on? Like, am I being taken? It's kind of weird. Like, you can make your own kind of fan theories about why Evil Caden Part 2 starts coming in at the end of the closer. I just explained the exact reason why, so that kind of ruins the idea of you guys making theories, but if you want to make theories, just go ahead and make theories. Just know that they're obviously not going to be true. Obviously this is another one of the more different sounding songs on this record. And yeah, I think it sounds kind of dingy, like dark and like spooky as well. And the chorus and the hook of the song is actually about my brother and sister in 2021 when they actually used scissors to cut the protective screen off the window during the snowpocalypse. They actually did try to do that, and it was during the big freeze. And that is actually what the chorus is about, which is the most random thing to write about in a song. And Wizards, because of the song's aesthetic and stuff, this is another song like Vampire Song, which would not work outside the context of the album. Just because of kind of how low key it is, like it would not work as like a single or anything. Yeah. That's about all I have to say. This stream went on for like a lot longer than I was expecting it to. Tomorrow I'm going to stream Minecraft. When Senpao drops his album, I am going to be reacting to that live before I review it. Don't know when he's coming out with that new album, but hopefully will some point soon. I'm going to stream Minecraft tomorrow. It is going to be on my computer instead of PlayStation. And yeah, I think that's about all I have to say. That's about it. See ya.